Freelancing has always been about doing great work and finding clients. But in 2026, the freelancers who win aren't just the best at their craft. They're the ones who've figured out how to use AI to work faster, pitch better, and deliver more value than the competition. The gap between an AI-powered freelancer and one who isn't using these tools is getting wider every month. Today, I'm showing you the specific tools that are making the biggest difference across writing, design, development, marketing, and business operations, and exactly how to put them to use in your freelance workflow. Node Pulse logo animation with deep electronic tone. Welcome back to Node Pulse. Freelancing in 2026 looks fundamentally different from what it looked like 5 years ago, not because the work has changed, but because the tools available to do it have changed completely. The freelancers I talk to who are thriving share a common trait. They've integrated AI into every part of their workflow, from finding clients to delivering work to getting paid. They're not doing twice the work. They're doing the same or better work in half the time, which means either higher profit margins or more clients or both. Today, we're breaking down the best AI tools for freelancers by category. Whether you're a writer, designer, developer, marketer, or consultant, there's something on this list that should be in your toolkit right now. For freelance writers, the AI toolkit isn't about replacing your work. It's about removing the friction around it. Claude and ChatGPT are the core drafting tools. Claude is exceptional for long-form articles, essays, and anything requiring a natural, non-robotic tone. ChatGPT Plus is better for research-integrated drafts, brainstorming, and versatile formats. The best writers use both, Claude for drafting, ChatGPT for research and variation. Perplexity AI is essential for fact-checking and sourcing. It searches the web in real time and cites sources. For any content that needs accuracy, business, health, finance, technology, Perplexity is how you verify claims before you submit. Hemingway Editor and Grammarly for polish. AI drafts often have a passive, wordy tone in certain sections. These tools identify it fast. Run every draft through before delivery. For SEO writers specifically, Surfer SEO and Neuron Writer integrate directly with AI drafting and tell you what keywords to include, what questions to answer, and what structure ranks best for your target topic. The difference in content quality, from an algorithm perspective, is significant. The writing freelancer who uses this stack can produce a fully researched, polished 1,500-word article in 90 minutes instead of 4 hours. That's not cutting corners. That's eliminating the slow parts, initial research, first draft structuring, final proofing, and spending your actual skill time on what makes the piece excellent. Graphic design freelancers have arguably seen the most dramatic change from AI tools. The speed at which you can ideate, prototype, and produce has completely changed the economics of design work. Midjourney for visual ideation. When a client describes a concept, you can generate 20 visual directions in 10 minutes instead of sketching for an hour. Use it to find the visual language before you commit to production work. Adobe Firefly is now deeply integrated into the entire Creative Cloud suite. For working Photoshop and Illustrator users, generative fill, background generation, and text effects are native, not a separate workflow. If you're on Creative Cloud, you already have access to this, and it's genuinely excellent. Canva AI for quick deliverables. Not every design job needs Illustrator. Social media graphics, presentation decks, marketing flyers, Canva's AI tools generate starting points fast, and the collaboration features make client review easy. Framer for web design. AI-assisted layout suggestions and component generation have made prototype delivery significantly faster. For freelance web designers, cutting mock-up time in half without sacrificing quality is pure margin improvement. The important note for designers: AI is generating options, not making creative decisions. Your job is still to have taste, understand the client's brand, and know what works visually. AI is the tool that lets you explore more territory faster. You still have to know which territory to explore and which result to choose. For freelance developers, AI has become the most significant productivity multiplier in the history of coding tools. GitHub Copilot is the industry standard. It completes code in context, suggests entire functions, and explains what code does in natural language. Developers who've integrated it consistently report 20 to 40% productivity improvements on standard development tasks. Cursor is an AI native code editor that's becoming the preferred tool among many professional developers. It can read your entire code base, understand the context, and make multi-file edits based on natural language instructions. For freelancers doing complex project work, this is genuinely transformative. ChatGPT and Claude for architectural decisions, debugging explanations, and documentation writing. When you hit a problem you can't figure out, explaining it to an AI and asking for approaches is faster than Stack Overflow for most common issues. The developer freelancer using these tools isn't just faster, they can confidently take on projects slightly outside their core expertise because AI fills the gaps. That means more project variety, higher rates, and the ability to serve more clients. Marketing freelancers have one of the clearest AI advantage cases. Volume and variation, creating multiple versions of copy, generating campaign ideas, writing ad creative, are exactly what AI does well. ChatGPT for copywriting, ad copy, email sequences, landing pages, social media captions, prompt well and you get solid drafts in seconds. Jasper for teams. If you're managing content production for multiple clients, Jasper's brand voice features and content management tools make client separation and consistency easier. AdCreative.ai for advertising creative. It generates ad visuals and copy optimized for different platforms. Not perfect, but useful as a starting point. Buffer and Metricool for scheduling with AI content suggestions. Once you have content, these tools handle distribution and give you analytics that inform the next round. For marketing freelancers, the business case is straightforward. Client content retainers that used to require 20 hours per month per client can now be managed in 8 to 10 hours with AI assistance. That's either 2x as many clients or significantly higher profit margins per client. Both are excellent outcomes. Beyond the billable work itself, AI dramatically improves the business side of freelancing, which most freelancers neglect. Proposal generation. Use Claude to draft professional proposals. Give it your scope, your deliverables, your pricing, and ask for a proposal in a specific format. The result is client-ready in minutes rather than hours. Contract creation. Tools like Bonsai and Honeybook have AI-assisted contract generation built in. You select the project type, customize key terms, and have a professional contract ready in minutes. Invoice and financial tracking. AI is now embedded in tools like FreshBooks, allowing natural language queries on your financials. What was my average invoice size last quarter, and which clients have outstanding balances? Return instant answers. Client communication drafts. For responding to scope creep, delivering bad news about timelines, or negotiating rate increases, these are uncomfortable conversations that most freelancers handle poorly. Give the situation context to Claude and ask it to draft a professional, boundary-respecting response. It's like having a business coach available for every hard conversation. You don't need all of these tools. You need the right ones for your specific workflow. Start with the tools that address your biggest time drains. If research takes you 3 hours per client deliverable, start with Perplexity. If proposal writing is your bottleneck, start with Claude. If you're wasting time on repetitive client communication, start with email drafting prompts. The goal isn't tool collecting, it's workflow improvement. One tool that saves you 2 hours a week is worth more than 5 tools you barely use. Evaluate AI investments the same way you evaluate any business tool. What problem does it solve? What's the time savings? Does that justify the cost? Most freelancers can build a powerful AI stack for $50 to $100 per month. The ROI, measured in billable time recovered, is typically measured in the thousands of dollars annually. Here's a conversation that's happening across freelance markets right now. Should you charge less because AI makes your work faster? The answer is no, and here's why. Your clients aren't paying for your hours, they're paying for the result. If you can deliver the same excellent result in 2 hours that used to take 4, you've improved your process. That's a business improvement you should profit from, not pass entirely to clients in the form of lower rates. The correct framing. AI allows you to deliver better results faster. Better results warrant higher rates, not lower ones. The writer who can turn around a first-class article in 90 minutes because they've built an efficient AI-assisted workflow is more valuable to clients than the writer who takes 4 hours and produces comparable quality. Speed has value. Reliability has value. You've earned the rate you charge. Where the rate conversation does legitimately change, in clearly commoditized work. Simple data entry, basic templated content, highly standardized tasks. Rates will likely compress as AI automates more of the execution. The freelancers who avoid this compression are the ones who move up the value chain towards strategy, judgment, and expertise. That's not a coincidence. That's the incentive structure the market is creating. Raise your rates when you've meaningfully improved your output quality or delivery speed through AI tools. That improvement has real value to clients, and you should be compensated for it. A few important cautions for freelancers using AI. Accuracy checking is non-negotiable. AI tools, even the best ones, hallucinate. They state things confidently that are factually wrong. If you're submitting work that will be relied upon, verify every factual claim. Use Perplexity for real-time fact-checking with cited sources. A client who catches AI-generated errors in your work loses trust in everything you deliver. Disclose when relevant. In many freelance contexts, ghostwriting, content creation, design, AI use is understood and accepted. In academic contexts, certain journalism settings, and work where the client explicitly requires human-only creation, use AI according to your agreement with the client. When in doubt, ask your client their policy rather than assuming. Develop genuine expertise alongside AI. The freelancers who are most durable in an AI-saturated market are the ones who have real knowledge and real judgment, and who use AI to express and amplify that expertise. The freelancer who is entirely dependent on AI for the core thinking is in a fragile position. The one who has genuine expertise and uses AI as a productivity tool is in an extremely strong position. Keep human oversight in place. Review everything AI produces before submitting it. Your name is on the work. Your reputation is what clients are paying for. AI is a tool you control, not a colleague you can blame when something goes wrong. The freelancers who build AI into their workflow in 2026 have an advantage that only grows over time. More capacity, better work, stronger client relationships, higher earnings. The ones who don't, recompeting on raw talent against people who have talent plus leverage. That gap is measurable. It shows up in who gets the project, who can quote the competitive rate while maintaining margin, and who gets the referral when the client recommends a freelancer to someone else. Start building your AI toolkit now, and the compounding begins immediately. If this was useful, subscribe to NodePulse. Every week, we break down the AI tools and strategies that actually move the needle. Drop a comment with your freelance specialty and the biggest challenge in your workflow. I read every one, and the specific challenges you share shape what we cover next.